Hi students, welcome to our new topic in web programming using PHP, that is loops. PHP loops. Loops, like any other languages, loop in PHP is used to execute a statement or a block of statements in multiple times until and unless a specific condition is met. This helps us to save both time and effort of writing the same code multiple times. Then PHP supports four types of loops: for loop, while loop, do while, and for each. The for loop loops through a block of code a specified number of times. Then while loop, it loops through a block if a specified condition is true, and do while loops through a block of code once and then repeats the loop as long as the specified condition is true. And for each loops through a block of code for each element in the array. Let's study all the loops in detail. First one is for loop. This type of loop is used when the user knows in advance how many times the block needs to execute. When you know how many times you want to execute the statement or a block of statements. Okay, this type of loops are also known as entry control loops. There are three main parameters to the code, namely initialization, text condition, and increment or decrement, and the code to be executed. This is the general syntax of the for statement: for initialization, then condition statement, increment or decrement, then the loop statement or the code to be executed while this condition is true. In a for loop, a loop variable is used to control the loop. First, initialize this loop variable to some value. That is, here we use a variable for the initialization. Okay. Next, if the statement is true, there is a condition, and if the statement is true, then the loop body is executed and the loop variable gets updated. Steps are repeated till exit condition comes. Okay, this is initialization statement, expression or statement. This is condition expression, text condition expression. Then this is update expressions. After executing loop body, this expression increment or decrement the loop variable by some value. Okay, this is the flow chart of this for loop. For iterating variable in sequence, then item from the sequence. If no more item in sequence, then jump to the next stage. Otherwise, execute the next statement in the looping statement loop. Next is while loop. The while loop is also known as an entry control loop, like for loops. That is, first checks the condition at the start of the loop, and if it true, then it enters the loop and executes the block of statements and goes on executing it as long as the condition holds true. The while statement is checking the condition at the entry section. Here while condition, then code to be executed. Here first the condition is checked at the entry section, and if it is true, then the code will execute. Okay, this is the general syntax of this while loop. And if this loop statements or the block of statements within the loop will execute until this condition become false. That is while loop. This can be represented with the flow chart. Then text, first is text condition. If this condition returns a true value, then execute the loop body, and it goes to the next. After incrementing the value, it goes to the text condition again. Okay, and if it is false, it ends the while loop. It goes to the next statement. This is a simple while statement, while loop. Next is do while loop. The do while statement is an exit controls loop statement, which means that it first enters the loop, execute the statements, and then checks the condition. Therefore, a statement is executed at least one on using the do while loop. After executing once, the program is executed as long as the condition holds true. First, it's check the first it's execute the code. Do the code to be executed. After executing the block of statements in the body, then it's check the condition while condition true, and it repeat the loop. This is do while loop. The condition is checking at the end of the loop statement. That's why it is known as exit control loop. Here execute the body, then text the statement or text the condition. This is do while loop. And a special type of loop is for each loop statement. For each statement. For each statement is used to loop through arrays. For each pass of the value of the current array element is assigned to a variable, and the array pointer is moved by one, and in the next pass next element will be processed. This loop is used to iterate over arrays. For every counter of loop, an array element is assigned, and the next counter is shifted to the next element. Okay, this loop is especially for array elements, and it's automatically moves from, or it automatically reads the array elements and assign that elements to some variables. For example, array as value, then code to be executed. Here this array element as value is assigned. And it assigns the first element to this value, and it's automatically increment or automatically move the pointer to the next element. This is for each statement. Okay, in this example, PHP array 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This is an array, and the initial values of this array are these values, and this is a numerical array. Here, for each $array, this is the array name that we used. As val, this is the variable name that we used to assign the values from the array. First, the value of this variable val will be 10, and after this statement it will automatically increment the array index to the next position, that is it will be 20. Then the value of the variable, the echo statement will be 20, and it's automatically moves or increment the array pointer to the last position. This is a simple numerical array. If it is a string array, we can assign this different values to this array using double quotes. We are initializing the values here for each variable, array as value. This is same as this numerical array, and we can display that data. This will display a new string array. Okay, this is for each statement. Next is break and continue statements. Break and continue statement in looping statements are used to control the flow of programs statement in the program. The PHP break keyword is used to terminate the execution of loop prematurely. That is, execution of the code can be, execution of the loop can be break using this statement. Okay. Here, the break statement is situated inside the statement block. Or the statement block. Break statement is situated inside the statement block. It gives us a full control, and whenever we want to exit from the loop, we can come out. After coming out of the loop, immediate statements to the loop will be executed. After the loop statement will be executed. The break statement is used to jump from the loop without executing the statements, the remaining statements. If the condition is true, then the condition code, and if there is no need to execute the remaining statement, then we can break from the loop. Okay, that is break statement. Next is continue statement. The continue statement skips the rest of the loop statement and causes the next iteration of the loop to take place. The PHP continue keyword is used to halt the current iteration of the loop, but it does not terminate the loop. It just skips that iteration only and jumps to the next value. Just like the break statement, the continue statement is situated inside the block containing the code that the loop execute, preceded by a conditional text. For the pass encountering continue statement, rest of the loop code is skipped and next pass start. That is continue statement. If the condition is continue, then condition checking continue. If if there is a condition, after checking that condition, then it will not execute the actions. It just skip that action and jump to the next iteration of the loop. While seeing a continue statement, it just skip that iteration of the loop and continue to the next iteration. Okay, this is continue statement. Okay, today we studied what is loop statement, what are the loop statements used in PHP, and there are four types of loop statements: do while loop, for, and for each. These are the main types of looping statements that supported by PHP, and all looping statements are used for iterating some data. Looping statements requires an initial value, a condition checking, and an updation value that can be with increment or decrement variable. And for each is a special type of looping statement. It's used to iterate the array elements. It's used to read or process the array elements. Okay, thanks for watching.